Hey folks, let's check out some of my new favorite accessories for the M2 Mac Mini and Mac Mini Pro. The Mac Mini is just a little box, so you're going to need a nice display for that depending on what kind of stuff you're using it for. The Mac Mini has an updated HDMI port that can spit out up to 8K on the Mini Pro, so you could get a huge monitor if you want. For myself, I love the Mac Studio display, even though it's really pricey. I've never had any problems with that. You just plug it in, everything works great. The webcam is not the greatest, but I've never had any connectivity issues with this. You get a bunch of ports on the back so you can plug in all your peripherals and plug in your iPad, use it as a second screen. There's just a lot of cool things you can do. Plus the image looks great. There were also some new monitors dropped from Samsung this year at CES, and one of them looks very studio display-ish. Both of these come with great webcams, and the S9 looks very similar to the studio display with its all-metal housing. They come in different colors also, which is nice. The studio display only comes in boring gray metal. Next, you're going to need a mouse and a keyboard. And once again, I'm loving Apple's versions for this stuff. Their smart keyboard and smart mouse I have here in the back. I have it in that new black design. It looks very sleek. And the one thing that I love about this keyboard is it's got that Touch ID button right there. So you can just press that, get into all your apps and get through those passwords no problem, because I know if you're like me, you've got like plus 100 passwords going these days. And it's very hard to keep track of them all. There are a ton of other cool mechanical keyboards. Logitech is putting out some great stuff, but I would suggest taking a look at that smart keyboard. So next is sound. You're going to need something to play sound out of this. I have a HomePod Mini hooked up to this. I just usually like casual podcasts, listening to some light jazz, very low volume, and so I can plug this in. Everything is powered up, and it works great so that I can get a little dose of music when I need it. When it's time to do a Zoom call, I really love the AirPod Pro, the second generation. They just work super well. They sound great. It's really nice for calls and conference calls because you get that microphone really close to your mouth, and so you get a really consistent sound, which your viewers appreciate. But wearing AirPods all day is pretty tough, so when I need a break and I want to listen to some music and chill out, I put on these Grado 325Xs. These headphones are made in Brooklyn, New York, which is really hard to find. You don't find many technology and electronics places here in the States. I've been listening to Grados for the last 25 years. There's no noise reduction going on, and the backing is open, so you can hear other stuff. But what that does is it gives you a really full sound. Very nice to listen to. When I'm in iTunes, I pull down that equalizer, and I get just the perfect amount of bass, treble, all that stuff that I want. And it really makes these Grados sound good, especially with the Mac Mini's high impedance headphone jack that you should be taking advantage of. So lots of ways to ingest your music and your audio. SSD drives. If you did not beef up your Mac Mini with a bunch of storage, what I just do is I use these SSD drives by Sandisk. I'm always using these. I'm editing off of these. I put all my footage on here, and they're so fast that I can be able to do any of the editing that I need. And I'm working all off these SSDs now. So also, if you're in a pinch and you need to offload a bunch of footage, these are the ones you want. You don't want those older hard drives anymore. I did a test. This was able to get a whole 64 gig card in 4 minutes compared to my older hard drives that were saying it was going to go 45 minutes. So this is kind of like going from the stovetop to the microwave. It's just insane speeds you can get with these. You can also find these on sale. I just saw them at B&H on sale again. I love these things. This is what I'm using all the time now. One of the pitfalls with the Mac Minis is that there are very few ports for you to take advantage of. You can fill those ports up really fast, plugging in monitors, plugging in hard drives, stuff like that. So you're going to need a hub or a dongle. We just got this Anker docking station. It's a 12-in-1 docking station. It's called the 675. It's a monitor stand / docking station where you can power all your tech. It's got a wireless phone charger on top that works with MagSafe. It's not the fastest, but I was able to charge up my phone and also my AirPods case. There's a lot of attention paid to detail on wire management with this Anker, which I really like that they gave us some options for tying up stuff. They give you some wire ties in the package. So this offering from Anker is definitely a win. It does come in at $275, which is a little expensive for some. So if you need something a little cheaper, check out those Satechi docks that are made especially for the Mini. It looks really sleek, fits the Mac Mini. You get USB-C speeds and you get a bunch of ports facing out. If you need something just a little even more cheaper, I've been using one of these Kingston Nucleum. I've never had really any problems. You get the HDMI, you get the SD card reader. What else could you need? This is like $30. Lots of options to think about, and just try and avoid the accessory pile. Another nice thing is a webcam, and if you don't go with the studio display or those Samsungs and you need a webcam, you can also use your iPhone 13 and 14 now as your webcam. So you just get a small mini tripod, you can connect the phone to the Mini, and now you're able to put that and use that as a webcam wherever you want. We did a quick review of Belkin's mount that they have for the continuity camera feature. You can check it out up here, but all you really need is just a mini tripod that will hold an iPhone. So I hope that helped out, give you some ideas on some of the stuff that's out there right now and what I like to use personally over here. It can just go on and on. You can go down the rabbit hole and spend more money on your accessories than you did on the actual computer. So good luck finding the right pairing for your new Mac Minis, and I hope to see you at the next one. Take care.